had a big yawn. Sorry.
Oh, Kitty had a big yawn.
Yeah, he did. You would have said the same thing. Maybe not exactly the same thing, but you would have said something.
I would have gone, oh, big yawn.
Yeah. Hey, it's the same vibe as Gus jump.
Why'd you look at your notebook when you said that?
Said what?
Gus jump.
No correlation. I just grabbed it to get ready.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Stuck in my morning all head. Oh no.
It'll be fine.
Our kitty has been kind of zooming around, and he kind of chilled out, but now I'm nervous.
He's in play mode this evening.
He is. Hopefully he won't be too much of a nuisance. But we are on episode 11.
Not that anyone's keeping track.
I'm keeping track. So it's my week since we're switching off. And I'm going to be honest, no idea. I just threw this together last night
Okay.
in bed. So this might be amazing. This might be really bad, but we'll see.
Okay.
So
Is this a single topic or
No.
a collage?
it's a little bit of a collage,
Okay.
but I kind of like the idea of just bringing up a topic, seeing what we do with it.
Let's see where we go. What journeys we'll go
But
on.
I'm gonna open today's episode with a question for you.
Okay.
So it was rainy today,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to know if you've noticed this or it's just a me thing. But why don't people use umbrellas anymore? I just feel like there's a lack of umbrella usage in society these days. Do you concur?
I do feel like I would agree.
It's not something I don't think about it until I'm in the moment, because I feel like, because I use an umbrella, and so I'm outside today walking to work and I feel dumb because everyone else is just taking it. And I'm the smarty with the umbrella because I don't want to get my hair wet. You know what my hair does when it gets
Yeah,
wet.
no, I always have an umbrella with me. Like, especially if I know it's going to rain
Yeah.
and I know I'm going to have to be outside for like any length of time, where if it was pouring,
Yeah.
that I would be soaked. But
People don't use them anymore. Or at least not as much as I feel like people used to use them.
yeah, and I feel like it's like people, when you think of like the olden days,
Yeah.
I feel like people walked around with umbrellas a lot more.
yeah.
Because you also didn't know as
That's
like
true.
instantly if it was going to
That's
rain or
true.
not.
I've never thought about it like that.
But maybe that's part of it. Like, people just used to always have their umbrella with them, and so
Yeah.
more people use them. And now that you can kind of know it's going to rain, you either avoid it or you brunt it because you're
Mhm.
like, whatever, I'm not going to carry an umbrella.
Right. Well, it's also, I feel like people don't even wear raincoats. They just pull up a hood of some kind and go about their day, which I just thought was an interesting observation I had today while I was walking.
People have
to-
gotten lazy.
literally, I don't want to carry an extra thing.
Yeah, or just plan enough ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wanted your take on that. So
Funny thing to notice.
I don't know. I'm on TikTok, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
You are not on TikTok, which is great. I'm so happy for you.
I'm on Instagram Reels. It's
Same thing.
pretty similar.
Pretty much the same thing. Anyway, something I saw on TikTok yesterday that blew my mind, and you might know this,
Okay.
but you know the meme where it goes, two bros
Yeah.
chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart, 'cause they're not gay.
Yes.
Do you know who made that vine? Trivia time.
I don't think so. I don't know if I actually know
You know who this person is.
I bet I do. I mean, it's from that era.
Mm-hmm.
But who was it?
Anthony Padilla.
Oh.
I saw that yesterday and I was like, no way. I thought it was some random person.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that it could have been one of those bigger Viners. I would not have guessed Anthony Padilla out of
I know.
any of them. But, it's so interesting that, like, 'cause you can't see him, it got really
Mm-mm.
big without knowing his voice. And it doesn't necessarily sound like him
No.
either. Or like I just think about like Drew Gooden,
Mm-hmm.
who's popular from the road work.
Road work ahead, yeah.
But you can see him in that. Same with like
Mhm.
Danny's and a lot of the other people's. Their face is what got popular as well, not
Yeah.
just their voice.
Yeah.
But that's funny.
But I saw people fighting in the comments saying that the people in the hot tub were Ian and Shane. I don't know about Shane, but I could believe Ian was one of them.
What do you mean Shane? Shane
Shane from
Schmosh?
yeah, today.
Okay.
Did they know each other back then? Because that's what people were fighting about. That Shane didn't know them
Oh.
back then, so how could it be Shane?
Yeah, I think that probably was too early.
Yeah, I agree.
I think too many people are too young and don't remember how long ago that Vine actually came out.
It's a grainy video.
Because it's like probably 10 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. I could believe that it
And I
was
don't
Ian,
think
though.
I don't know if he's known them for 10 years.
No, I don't know. That might be worth a Google sometime. Do I care that much, though?
Not really.
It's a good Vine. It's one of my favorite Vines.
I like that
You
one.
had Vine downloaded, yeah?
Yes, I did. I would say I can't remember if I saw many of the big Vines actually on
I
Vine,
did not.
but I definitely saw them very shortly after Vine was no longer a thing.
Uh-huh. I remember downloading it. I want to say it was towards the end of its life.
Mm.
And I didn't understand the hype about it. Like, I didn't get why people loved it so much. I just didn't.
It's become incredibly quotable, and I love that about it.
I know. It's
I have
great.
so many. I quoting them daily.
But some of my favorite YouTubers today started on Vine.
Mm-hmm.
So, love that. Like Zane and Heath. I love watching them. You don't watch them as much.
No.
But you already brought up like Drew and
Danny
Danny.
and Curtis.
mm-hmm.
All of the commentary YouTubers,
Yeah.
mostly.
All of the people we talked about last episode.
It's true.
Yeah. So fun. That was a fun fact that I saw last night really late at night.
Good fun fact.
All right. Staying on the TikTok kind of vibe. I've talked to you about this already, but I've been getting a lot of local news on
funny.
my TikTok.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to be seeing this stuff because it's a lot of like kind of distressing stories.
In that same vein, every time, so I use Microsoft Edge as my browser at work.
Ew.
Whatever. But when you open a new tab, it has like a ton of things you could
Yeah.
click into, and it's one that always is in the corner is like some sort of news thing or an ad. And I don't even have enough time to read the title before it like goes to the next one. But
Uh-huh.
all of them are like a mug shot or like
Yeah.
a photo that you just know it's not like a positive thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, like why? There's so many different headlines like this.
It's crazy, and like and I guess this kind of goes for national news too. Like I'm not as informed about that kind of stuff that I probably should be, but it is so distressing. Like I don't want to see it. I don't
Well,
want to
but
watch
you
it.
don't need to know like the one-off cases. What you
Yeah,
need
well,
to
yeah.
know is like the broad things that are happening in government, really. When you're talking about news, when you're talking about like just people one-off killing people, that's just depressing.
Mm-hmm. I'm like local news. I don't need to know what's going on in my city. I don't need to know. If it is my business, then I will know. But because there are some things that have been made aware, I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I have seen.
Oh God.
So, so one of them you already know.
Yeah.
And I was actually gonna Google it to see if there was any more information about it because I'm curious. But basically, for people, listeners, there was a dead body found in a pond close
On the edge of a pond.
On the edge of a pond?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the edge of a pond. Pretty close by to where I work. And I thought that was insane. And I don't remember. You looked it up.
Yeah.
What did you find?
That they pulled the person from the edge of the water. They were wearing like winter clothing. Just mostly described some things about the person and the setting, but there wasn't any information, of course, in that moment about like what happened.
Yeah, there was no name, or like they hadn't identified who it was. I mean, this article doesn't. Ugh! What the hell am I looking at? It was an ear. It was an ad. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. There's no new information. Oh, there's a Reddit thread. Should I go to Reddit?
Oh my god, that sounds like a bad idea, but sure.
The only thing somebody posted on this thread was that's sad and tragic for that person's family. Which
that's
it is.
True.
So we don't know any more information, at least from what I'm looking at.
Let me see.
Maybe Wisconsin State Journal has
investigation.
More. Oh my god, Wisconsin State Journal sucks. This website is just ad after ad. Oh, I can't.
They haven't said if they think it's suspicious.
They haven't said that?
No, they haven't said like either way.
Oh, okay.
Investigation's ongoing. I don't think there's anything new.
I don't think so either.
I feel like that can take a while.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know. It popped up into my head after something else I learned yesterday.
What else you learn?
So this one shook me a little bit because okay. Well, I won't say because. I'll let the plot twist happen, right?
Okay.
So yesterday morning, I'm getting ready for work, waiting for time to pass because I got dressed too early before I had to leave. So scrolling on TikTok, and a local news station pops up on my feed, and it's like, this person, so-and-so, teacher in the Madison School District, arrested for grooming and like inappropriate behavior with 8-year-old girl.
Oh, did you look at was the teacher a guy?
Yes.
Was it what did they teach?
Music, theater.
Yeah, so I heard
you
someone
talk
this? About this. Well, it's someone that I know at work like knew the person because they were a teacher. What?
I've worked with this man more than once through work.
Yoy.
So so the mugshot pops up, and I kind of saw it, and I was like, he kind of looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
But he had like facial hair and stuff, and he wasn't wearing glasses. And he's usually, when I've seen him, he's usually clean shaven with glasses on. I was like, no, this isn't the same person. And I'm still not 100% sure it's the same guy, but I did research. Excuse me. I had a bubbler before this, that's why I'm burping. So I did some research, and I saw like a video of him like in the courtroom, and he had his glasses on, and I was like, shut up. This isn't real. So I was like furiously Googling who this person was. And you're going to roll your eyes, but I found a Reddit thread of people. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Wait, what was his last name? Oh, yeah. Okay. I want to find the Reddit thread again. There it is. So I was like, is this the same person? Because I only know him from working with one organization that we work with once or twice a year. And I'm reading through, and people were like, yeah, he was my teacher, blah, 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 blah. And like, yeah, my kid had loved him as a teacher, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm going through, and there was one person, and then other people that like reaffirmed this statement that he had worked for multiple different organizations, like that included children all the time. One of which was the organization that I was thinking of. And I was like, shut up. Like, what the heck?
I had a similar situation happen this week as well.
Please tell.
Someone I used to work with, somehow word got around a little bit, but it got back to me that they had gotten arrested for having, I think, based on kind of putting together a story, I think what happened was one of the charges was elder abuse or like attacking.
Whoa.
But like elder is anyone over 60. in Wisconsin.
That's true.
And so we believe the person was like in their 60s based on the people in this person's life. But that was one of the charges, and then the other charges was possession of methamphetamines.
No way.
And then possession of weed, which
whatever.
Yeah. So I'm assuming those were just happenstance to the other charge. That was the more direct charge.
Yeah.
But that's like someone like I knew pretty well in terms of having talked to a reasonable amount. So very interesting, and I think that one's more of an unfortunate case of someone who just probably had a series of events that kept kind of rolling downhill, and the next thing you know, you're somewhere where you don't want to be.
Right. Well, it was funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. But I was told Tim about this earlier, and we got into a long discussion about it. Yeah. But I was telling him, like, 'cause for this specific instance, I think he was 29, and he was what's the word? I was going to say fraternizing. Spending time with like they were under 10.
Okay.
This child. And so I was thinking, like, as a 25-year-old, just even like hanging out with someone who's still in college, like, I don't want to do that. That's kind of a stretch. But like, or 18, you know.
Yeah, you have nothing to relate over.
Well, it's because
you don't really want to. It's not someone I'm interested in hanging out with.
So I just don't understand where the weird fascination with children comes from.
I agree. I think it's interesting though. I was writing like a paper. I can't remember on what specifically, but I did a little research into like pedophilia and the fact that, not to excuse it in any way, shape, or form, but I think it is a valid mental disorder.
Oh, for sure.
So it's actually like a disordered way of thought and should be treated. And like, I think that's where I took a stance that when someone else read this paper was not super chill about it. But I was like,
oh no.
I think there needs to be stigma around not being a pedophile. But I think there needs to be less stigma around the idea of seeking help because you're experiencing that kind of thoughts. Like, I think we only make our problem worse, essentially, by making people feel like they can't be honest about it and then seek help about it. Because the ability to even be honest about it, you're instantly like, you're a horrible person, everything. Like, I cannot believe you would even think that way. But if they have not enacted on anything and are actively trying to seek help, there's no reason to punish that person for something that they haven't.
Well, they haven't done anything illegal.
Well, they haven't. They also haven't necessarily done anything. I think it is a very difficult thing to do to make those two realities exist at the same time. But that's what I always feel like in those situations is kind of like, I wish. It seems like they were a good person in a lot of facets. So had they not enacted and gotten some sort of like help,
I guess like, and I'm not going to say that I know every single detail about this situation, but from what I remember reading, I don't think it started off as something predatory. I could be so wrong about this. Okay. But from what I gathered, he seemed to be somebody, like, all the students loved him. The people who he like worked with him thought he was a really great guy. Like, and this particular student, again, like, kind of viewed him as almost. I read like a father figure.
Okay.
That feels like it's crossing the line already, but just like looked up to him because like as a
mentor.
Yeah. But she was struggling with like mental health. Thank you. And so he was kind of the person there for her, and then it kind of turned into like they had each other's contact information, so she could text him whenever she needed to, and then he took that too far. And
they started, boundaries were crossed.
Yep.
And I think in a weird way, I think this has some parallels to like Colleen Ballinger and a lot of her controversies.
Right.
Where like it can be something that starts innocent and in a way to try to like support someone or feel like you're helping. But then as the adult in this situation, you have to realize when boundaries have been crossed and when this is not an appropriate relationship to have. And then ask yourself too, like, you know, why do you need to be having this sort of conversation with such a young person?
Yeah.
Because that's also part of it, especially with the Colleen Ballinger one. It's like, why would you even be asking
I don't
those sorts
know
of things? It's weird.
If there's more to that. Her, by the way, I never just posted a video.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
I watched it, but I was half paying attention. She's going back on tour, but now it's 18 up.
Oh my.
And apparently, like, her and her sister have a podcast. They've had it for a while, but like, just kind of not acknowledge, like, bringing all of that stuff up, but trying to spin it again. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I want to watch that, and then maybe we can talk about it. But that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
More YouTube drama stuff that's been going on for how long?
Stop. I want to talk about I'm taking a detour here. I want to talk about Gabby Hanna turning religious.
Oh my god.
Because it's ridiculous to
I don't
me.
really have anything to say though, because I haven't watched anything on like the specifics of what she's been doing. It's just more stupid, and I'm like,
I've seen
I kind of stopped caring about what she was up to.
She's married now.
Yeah. Because it's all just, I don't know. I don't care for religious rhetoric.
I don't either.
And so I also just feel like she's done so much stuff. I'm just like over her.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just know everything you do is going to be stupid. So I don't really care what it is anymore.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. April Fool's was yesterday.
Yeah.
And someone online posed the question, does anyone even enjoy April Fool's anymore? Like, is that 'cause, like, you see stuff, people, like, posting stuff online that are, like, fake and, like, whatever, but I don't think I've actually done an April Fool's thing. Or like witnessed an April Fool's event in person in a really long time.
I haven't necessarily in person, but I heard a couple ones that seemed like pretty good.
From yesterday?
Well,
or just in the past?
From yesterday.
Please, that was going to be my next question.
Well,
did you?
One of them was someone at work said that her kid at school, the teacher of that kid, gave them all a crossword or a word search.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to, of course, try to find the words, but there weren't any.
That's kind of funny.
and I guess the kids thought it was funny too. And I'm like, that is honestly hilarious to be just sitting there being like trying to find these words, and it's like, where are they? Like, what is going on? Weren't any to begin with.
So frustrated. If I'm I feel like maybe I'd catch on.
I don't know how long he let them go.
Yeah. But dude, that's so funny.
I think this part isn't April Fool's. 12 tons of Kit Kats got stolen en route between two like European countries. And apparently, I think that part is true, but a bunch of other companies were making official statements being like, we are so sorry to Kit Kat. Right now we are running a special of an extra Kit Kat with every meal or like something like that. So it's like they stole them.
Damn.
Like, we didn't steal them, but we stole them. And like a lot of companies too.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
I just saw like a string. But that was kind of like just an odd case.
Yeah.
there were little things. I like when brands do April Fool's jokes a lot, where they put out something that like you can buy, but it's not real.
I saw an ad for Shure microphones. And they said that, oh, we just dropped our new line of SM58s pre-dented. It was a picture of like the grill of the microphone was demolished. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I like stuff like that a lot. I like when people do that. I saw one that it's very niche to me, but it was like from a dance store. It's like, have you had no dance training but want point shoes? Come in and we'll just give them to you. Like, you can try it. We'll get you fit for them.
Yeah.
Which any person would be like, oh my God, no. Like, you can't just put on point shoes.
Yeah.
And in the description, it was like, April Fools.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was good. That was funny.
I saw a post from a band that I ran sound for last summer, and it was like, we just thank you so much for the support of our new album, but we just want to announce that we are breaking up due to interband relationships. I fell for it for a second. I was like, what? Because I'm pretty sure it was all guys in the band. So that's funny. But some stuff that I saw online. Now, I did not see the whole video, but it was Dan and Phil. And I don't remember who it was. I think it was Dan, pretended to propose to Phil with a gummy ring.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw, just the beginning of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
I think that was more because I saw another, thumbnail or video that a bunch of people thought he was going to propose while they were on vacation. And so then he, faked it because people were saying that. I don't know. But I also only watched the very beginning of those. Right. I didn't take in all the context.
Right. I'm surprised that they're not married yet.
Maybe they just don't want to be married.
I mean, fair. Be together, be in love, do it your own way. I also saw, do you know if Megan Thee Stallion is on Broadway right now?
Yeah, she's on Moulin Rouge.
Okay, I saw a post.
She ended up in the ER.
That's real?
I think so.
I thought that was fake.
No, I'm pretty sure during the show something happened and she ended up in the ER because of just exhaustion, pretty much.
I saw the post on April Fool's though, so I thought they were lying.
No, I saw a follow-up post that said she went to the ER, here's the things that they said was going on, and she would be back the next evening or something.
Oh my God. Okay, this is new news to me.
You just said, oh my God, it's April 1st, everything's fake.
Yeah, because I don't know.
You have to look at it more and see if how they talk about it.
Well, this is actually funny that you bring this up, but there's another point I'm going to make later, but I just have to read this. That's crazy.
Well, you read that, I'm going to try to pick up the cat.
Okay. I didn't even know that she was on Broadway at all, which slay queen. She started feeling ill during the Tuesday show in New York City and was taken to the hospital where she was being evaluated. Is that it? Do we know what happened?
Yeah, she was just had severe exhaustion and dehydration and
extreme exhaustion, dehydration, vasoconstriction.
It just means you're dehydrated
and low metabolic levels,
which also happens when you're dehydrated, exhausted.
I don't know these words. I'm not a doctor. Anyway,
that's why I'm the extra two things just say the same thing as the first two things.
I mean,
just more specifically.
That's sad though. I mean, Broadway is a very, very vigorous thing to take on. So I guess I can totally see if you're not used to doing something like that. It could be a little.
I don't know what
difficult.
She is though, or who she's playing in Moulin Rouge.
I don't know. Should I Google that? Anyway. You sent this to me. I had already seen it, but I want to kind of talk about this. And I don't know if this was an April Fool's joke or this was actually speculation.
Okay.
Noah Schnapp for Heated Rivalry Season 2.
I think that's just speculation.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want that either.
And I feel very strongly that I feel like Jacob Tierney is not going to cast any known actors for this show. I feel like I heard him say that once.
I care less that he's known and care more that he's just not that good of an actor.
Well,
because up against good actors, it's gonna be bad.
someone made the point of they'd be interested in seeing Noah Schnapp in something with a good director and seeing how that is different. Because all we've seen him in
Sure.
is Stranger Things. Oh,
Sure. But there's an innate ability and there's direction.
yeah. No, I agree.
And you have to have an ability in order to someone to direct it. So I don't know if a good director is going to fix what's going on there.
I don't know. And I mean,
But let's not have it be heated rivalry then. Let's choose anything else.
Like let's anything else. Like I
think he did say though that he doesn't want a specifically like big actor.
right.
He wants to keep employing like local Canadian talent too.
I agree. And I just feel like if there's a big actor involved in the show, it's gonna pull me out of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Unless like I don't know. It would have to be a big actor who's very good at being
Like Johnny Depp.
like moldable.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you kind of can just enjoy the fact like see them really in that
Are there
character.
any actors that you can think of that can do like what Connor can do?
I still need to see more from him. He
do
did an
too.
amazing job, but I want to see more.
The Verizon ad,
That was funny.
that was so funny. And I genuinely, because I don't like scary things. So when I was genuinely scared and I didn't know what was going on, and then when I realized it was a Verizon ad and that it was or centered around his ass.
I saw that it was a Verizon ad the whole time.
Oh, I didn't. I was too.
I like had that context.
I was too fixated on the fact that it was like scary. But I was also too fixated on the fact that this is the first thing I've seen him in where he's, not playing a Russian hockey player. Oh my goodness, Samson. Elle's being attacked. Oh my gosh. Going for the hand.
We were doing nice pets before. What changed?
He wants to be on the pod. But and I don't know why I wrote all this down, but I wanted to talk about the history of April Fools.
What?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I told you I was starting to lose my mind when I was making these
Do you
notes.
know the history, or are you
No.
asking us to look up the
No,
history?
I wrote it down. Well, I
Or
wrote.
did you look it up?
I asked
Whoa,
Gemini.
What are we doing?
I asked Gemini, and this is what Gemini told me.
Okay.
So there's theories. There's not a definite start to it.
Wow.
But one theory that I wrote down that it started in 1582 in France.
Okay.
When they switched the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar.
Okay.
And I don't know what any of that means, but that's
We better not bring Tim out
That's
here
okay.
because it's going to be a lecture.
We're not going to do that. Anyway, so back then, the new year started around April 1st.
Okay.
So when the date moved to January 1st, some people didn't get the memo, or they just refused to change. So people started mocking the people who didn't want to change it, the traditionalists, as they've coined, by sending them on fool's errands or playing tricks on them. Isn't that crazy?
On April 1st, because
April
they thought it
1st.
was the new year.
Because
Honestly, I would prefer if today was New Year's Eve than what it normally is.
why?
I don't know. There's something about having the new year start in spring that feels much more like, yeah, we're actually in a new
Oh.
year than having it start in the middle of winter.
Yeah, you've got a point.
Like, what is that about?
I don't know. I'm so
Because it's in the middle of a season. It's not even at the change of a season,
that's
which,
true.
like, a change of a season feels like it makes more sense.
Right, but my body feels like January is first month of the year.
Well, yeah, because that's the way it's been your entire life.
I know, so the thought of changing it freaks me out a little bit.
I'm not. I'm just saying it makes more sense. I'm not saying that we should change it.
No. But then I posed the question, Now you might have an answer to this so quick, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, this kind of makes sense. How long, for people today in our day and age, how long do you think it would take us to realize that the year had changed if we didn't have any smartphones?
What?
I don't know. This is what AI asked me.
Like,
well, because my immediate thought is like, look at the calendar.
Yeah. You don't have to track time just by looking at your phone.
I know.
You can track time by a calendar and knowing when the sun rises and the sun sets.
Right. So when I was like, at first I was like, oh, that's a great question. I go, wait a second, that's stupid.
What
do you mean, what would we do?
Say that again. What's the question?
How long would it take us to realize the year had changed if there were no smartphones? Like,
that is so dumb. That makes no sense.
I pose a follow-up question to that question.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean as in we never had smartphones, or if our smartphones were taken away?
The smartphones isn't the problem.
I know that, but does the difference there, would that change?
What did AI what did the response look like?
I don't think it gave a response. I think it just asked the question. I can look back.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's not the case of the iPhone. We've been tracking time without phones like way longer than phones.
I'm thinking of like, let's say smartphones disappeared, right?
If smartphones disappeared and calendars disappeared and we all forgot what day it was, I think it would take a year for us to realize, like, maybe a year and a quarter, because, again, once we'd hit spring, we'd be like, oh, we're probably in April now.
Mm-hmm.
So a year ago was a couple months ago.
I feel like we would just start a new calendar. We would just pick a day and be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Or you can kind of do it on the seasons and just have a general idea of what part of the year you're in.
Mm-hmm.
But phones...
Well,
does AI think we're all that dumb?
I guess. Well, I'm thinking about the young generation. Like, if our smartphones went like that, they don't know how to read a normal clock.
Well,
sucks to suck. So
we'd have to start teaching them.
I don't know. There's another theory. So in France, oh, sorry, it's not a theory. This is a thing, I think.
Okay.
I think. In France and Italy, the holiday isn't April Fool's. It's called April Fish.
Why?
Because, I don't know why, but this is what they do. Kids and adults try to tape paper fish onto the backs of unsuspecting people without them noticing. And when the victim finds it, the prankster yells, April Fish. I didn't realize I didn't look up why they call this.
Did you fact check that one at all?
No, I said no, I didn't. This could be a lie. I'm going to be very transparent. This could all be not true. But it's entertaining as hell.
April Fish.
April Fish. I was going to try and say the French pronunciation of it, but I'm not going to do that.
Nope.
Nope. No. Or are you looking it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll wait. I want to see what you find.
Okay, the Google overview is coming up. Good Life France. Okay. It seems like it's real. King of France and a fish story. Oh my god, this goes back way too long. It is real. Can't say that.
Crazy. Okay. All this April Fool's talk ties into a more deeper question that AI has also posed.
Oh my god.
But the question was, like, how has trust changed? Hold on. And then it gave me this prompt. In the 1900s, if the newspaper said a dinosaur was in the Chicago River, people believed it. But today, we don't even seem to believe real news on April 1st.
Yeah. I mean, that all happened when, was it called, like, yellow journalism or something?
Yeah.
Like, when you started essentially having fake news in the media. Like, by people starting to lie and put fake things on the news, it only has made people not trust the news.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how has trust changed? People broke people's trust.
People are so skeptical.
Because they started adding a lot of bias, whatever made them look good. It was less about just reporting the facts to people and more about swaying public opinions on things.
Right.
Because they started getting paid by the people who make the decisions, and, you know, it all goes from there.
Mm-hmm. And also, the amount of censorship. Capitalism. But our government censors so much in the media from us now these days. So, who knows? Who knows what's happening anymore? I don't. No one tells me. All right, I'm going to do a hard transition.
Okay.
So, last week, interview with the governor.
Right.
That happened. My boss, he's a host of a podcast. And he was asked to interview the governor about his father, because his father used to work at it is now called Rocky Knoll Health Center. It's like kind of like a retirement home, but it used to be a hospital that treated tuberculosis, which is interesting. But his dad was the medical director. And I guess the podcast episode kind of came around because it's the 50th anniversary or something of this center.
Sure.
I'm not going to talk about the interview, but I do want to talk about, he was very nice. He's a very sweet man. But the only thing that I remember was when I shook his hand. He's a frail man.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old. But so I was always taught, when you make a good first impression, you want to have a firm handshake. And when I shook Governor Tony Evers' hand, I felt like I was crushing his hand. I felt really bad.
Wow.
I was like not expecting it.
Just
I don't know
adjust
why.
your grip, dude.
I know, but I was like, God, like, I don't know what went through my head. I didn't crush it, okay? I just wasn't expecting it. Because I
went in a little too forceful.
A little bit. But you know what? He didn't seem to mind, so.
I wouldn't be surprised if other people do the same thing. He shakes a lot of people's hands.
Yeah. I don't think
the whole thing in politics.
He had a good time. But
did you learn anything?
Yeah. So when he was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
there's a fence like surrounding the perimeter of this place. One of his jobs as a teenager, whatever, was to have to repaint. It was a chain link fence. Repaint the fence with silver paint. And so he'd like, it's weird. I don't know why you'd have to repaint the fence. But to he after a day's work, he'd have paint all over him. And the only way he could get this certain type of paint off was to soak himself in gasoline.
Probably an oil paint.
Probably. Isn't that crazy?
He probably see, oil removes oil, which is why you're looking at like gas and stuff. Interesting though. And he didn't say why he had to paint the fence?
It was just one of the jobs, because he did a bunch of stuff around the...
Yeah, but like, why would you need to paint a chain link fence?
I don't remember. He might have said, I don't remember.
Because that makes no sense. I've never heard of people, especially like silver. They're just metal.
Or maybe it wasn't chain link, but it was definitely silver paint. I remember that detail prominently.
So it could have just been a wooden fence.
Why would you paint wood silver?
I don't know.
I think it was a chain link fence. Are you Googling?
Painting chain link fence. Yeah, like you have to do like a whole bunch of stuff. You aren't just supposed to like paint it. Oil based or acrylic. So it's probably an oil paint. Weird.
That's crazy. Because like the only thing I was thinking of was like, that cannot be healthy.
No, that's not good at all. Your skin... your skin is constantly absorbing stuff. So if you're like bathing in gasoline, you're taking some of that on.
Imagine like someone lit a candle. So imagine someone lit a candle.
Oh my god,
dude! Hey,
just go up in flames.
Hey, man's still alive and kicking today. So
he did all right.
He did all right. But then we did some other interviews for a TV show that my boss is also hosting. But for some segments that we filmed, we met with a local historian of Madison, and he was talking about like.
I bet my sister worked with him. I wouldn't be surprised. Did he work at the Wisconsin Historical Society? I wouldn't know.
I don't know if he has connections. I don't know if he works there.
She might know of him, but
but we interviewed him in Overture's Capitol Theater. So not the main hall.
Yeah, no, pretty.
And then also at the Cardinal Bar, which has a rich history in the music world. Anyway, but he was telling stories about, like, in the Capitol Theater, like, Bonnie Raitt did something in that theater and, like, announced something. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. What do you mean you don't know? I'm sure you do.
Okay, I might, but I don't by name.
She's a singer. She's a singer. Anyway.
Okay.
And then she also... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But that started making me think about, like, what kind of weird, like, celebrity things have happened in this town that I'm not aware of, and I found some interesting facts.
Okay.
This is such a crazy episode. So I only have 3 things written down, one of which we already know, and I just want to talk about it again. But the first one...
talk about the Nirvana thing?
Yes, I'll start with that one. Okay. So there's a famous recording studio.
Your favorite fact.
That, yes, I like to brag, okay? It actually is no longer a recording studio. It is now an Airbnb, but... downtown, what used to be Smart Studios was owned by world famous producer Butch Vig, who produced the first Nirvana album, Nevermind, and he's also worked with Smashing Pumpkins, and he's the drummer for Garbage. Anyway, it's just a little tidbit, but I got to meet him last year, and he gave me some cool advice, and it was cool. Anyway. That's
what
out of the way.
What advice did he give you?
Well, we asked, like, did he have any advice for, like, emerging, like, our engineers? Like, what would you... And he goes, just record everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Just record everything. Like, don't say no to any opportunities. Because that's how he started.
Sure. I mean, you don't have you don't have the ability to say no.
And then he started... We have a bunch of old gear from that studio because my bosses are friends or acquainted with him, so we got a bunch of his old gear, and he would like Frankenstein stuff together. So we have like a speaker cone like inside of a basketball hoop that we use as a microphone. It's crazy. Anyway, but he started telling us all these stories about the stuff that he's made, and then everyone was like, you can't just talk to these two, there's a line. Anyway, he liked talking to us. Moving on. Okay. This one is more famous. Most people know this. But Otis Redding. You know who that is?
Maybe.
You don't know this story?
No.
Otis Redding's plane crashed in Lake Monona and he died. He sang Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Okay. Yeah, I do know who that is.
That song came out right after he died. Like, they released it after he died. So it's kind of like a weird... like...
For the life, he's sitting on the dock of the bay.
Kinda. There is a plaque on Monona Terrace.
I have not seen that.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
I mean, I've probably heard of this at some point. Did I remember it? No.
I thought everybody knew about this.
It's not top of mind.
That's great. Well, I guess I do work in the music scene here, so everyone around me does know this story. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, the last lore drop is about Elvis. So basically, what I read was... This is on East Wash near... I don't know if there's a Quick Trip down there still or what.
There's only so many in Madison, but yeah.
There's a gas station. He was driving from the airport, Dane County Airport, to his hotel. I don't know what hotel it was. But he saw 2 people in a fight in the parking lot or something of this gas station. And he got out. He made the driver stop and got out and, like, was going to start fighting them, and then they were so starstruck that it was Elvis that they stopped, and they were like, oh my God, like, we love you, whatever. And there is a plaque at the site it's near the Quick Trip on East Wash. And I need to go see this for myself because I don't believe it. There's no way there's a plaque saying Elvis stopped a fight here. Huh?
That's so weird.
It's really weird.
It was such a random thing for Madison,
It's
Wisconsin.
really weird.
We just watched Priscilla, so that's a very timely fact.
Yeah. Good movie. I liked it.
I was thinking today that we need to watch Walk the Line.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Cash.
That isn't about Johnny Cash.
It is.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of...
That song sung Blue that isn't about Neil Diamond.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's in, Reese Witherspoon's in Walk the Line, right?
Yeah, I'm also pretty sure it's Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes. Yep.
Crazy
guy.
So that's why I need to watch it again, because I watched it a lot before, but I would have never made the connection.
About?
Like, that he was the main actor.
Oh, sure.
Or, like, that he was... I wouldn't have known that he was going to become an even bigger actor.
Joker? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Some other fun things off the top of my head that I read was, like, Harrison Ford has been biking around here, not recently, but has been seen biking on the trails around Madison. I know, it's, like, out-of-pocket stuff that I'm just like, what?
Are you sure you're not just seeing an old guy?
I don't know. I didn't see him. Greta Gerwig also has connections to Madison. The director of Barbie.
Oh. I mean, a lot of people went through the UW.
Bill Murray. Something about Bill Murray in Madison.
Matt Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo. There you go.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is from La Crosse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from Wisconsin.
Crazy. Wow. There was also, I saw things about people, like, being UW students, and I'm like, God, everyone's from here.
A lot of people, I mean, they're not from here, but they went through here at some period of time.
Yeah.
It's a big university.
We kind of have a great university.
We do.
And
but it's also got a stupid layout, but that's just me. That's why I didn't go there.
We didn't go to UW. You know, I almost applied.
I mean, that was going to be my backup school.
I didn't finish the application.
I didn't start it at all, but had I not got accepted, I would have applied there. But I knew that I was accepted super early on.
Sure. I just wanted to see if I could get in. I didn't necessarily want to go because it was a big school.
I didn't want to fill out any more applications than I needed to.
Nice. No, I knew where I wanted to go from day one.
All right, well, I'm not really sure where that ended.
I don't know where that ended either.
That was...
Oh my God.
Doug and my morning Episode 11, I guess.
Oh my God, editing this is going to be a nightmare.
11:11, make a wish. It's actually 10:30, but...
Oh! Don't do that to me.
Well, it's episode 11, so...
April Fools.
That was yesterday! All right, good night.
All right, bye.
Bye.